What up, cousin? Um, we're doing something new. I love when I do this. We're doing something new. Okay, so first of all, welcome back to the Mystical Misfit. If you have been here before, if you're new here, how you doing? How you doing? I am your cosmic companion, Coach Omi, the Mystical Misfit, and this channel is gonna be primarily for mysticism stories, okay, how I did it, coaching tips, tools, and um streams of consciousness mostly. Okay, I moved all my I didn't move it because I still listen, I got the cards right now, but I moved a lot of my tarot to my other channel because y'all remember I have that other channel that I was not posting on for a whole year. So I just posted a video that's going to premiere tomorrow, well, later on this morning, and it feels nice to do it that way because I'm doing the faceless readings over there. So I'm gonna keep the tarot that's more in depth over there, and then over here we'll just like dibble and dabble, but mostly we'll just do streams of consciousness, and I'll give you some coaching stuff from my coaching programs and things like that. But here's the message. Okay, there's a few different things, and this is primarily like an Aquarius, age of Aquarius coded message. Okay, we need to slow down. And this has been something that has been weighing on me for quite some time. In fact, I've been kind of irritated a little bit because I feel like we're doing too much. We're going too fast. We're living in the age of robots. And so, of course, things are just quick, 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 quick. But I don't know if you had watched that stream where I was like, well, I asked Chat GPT. I actually started a folklore series over on the Patreon where I specifically just asked Chat GPT questions regarding folklore. Okay. And some of the things that have been coming up have been interesting, but I also noticed a lot of errors within the messages. And so that irritated me because I'm like, well, first of all, this is something that a lot of people rely on, right? But I think that there's a misconception assuming that because there is robots now, it takes out the need to do your own research, do your own work, be aware of what it is that you're talking about. It's just, let me just say it like this. We cannot rely on robots. It's not going to work like that. And do you understand how we're working triple time now, especially on an artistry standpoint? There is no room for us to just be artists anymore without having to do all this extra song and dance because we're living in the age of the influencers, right? Where it's like we're competing with the robots now. We're competing with how fast robots can pump out information and get things done, like create whole albums for artists and things like that. And it just takes the simplicity and the sacredness out of things. The mundane stuff, I get why people are like, well, I don't want to have to do these things. But also, when you take out take out the sanctity of things, it takes the whole thing. Okay, and so that's how I feel like we've gotten sidetracked and brainwashed into believing that we don't have to do, like, we don't have to do what we used to do, which is create from the authentic space of from our heart, from the depth of our soul. We do have to, though. And I'm gonna say something else. I also feel annoyed, and this feels very, very last year, same time last year I was saying the same stuff. Um, because I was talking about tarot and how it's just oversaturated. It's just like if you were to talk about the church, okay? When you talk about the church, there's so many different churches, right? But it doesn't feel like everybody's trying to get the same result, which is just monetize their channel and make money from doing tarot. Mm-mm. That's exactly why I said I'm going to use this channel for what I really wanted to use it for a long time ago. And the tarot aspect is just part of what I do. So it's like, of course, I've been blending that in there. But I would love to have this channel how I imagined it before, which is just a bunch of different storytelling, like I said, sharing things that I've experienced on my spiritual journey, how I learned certain things, how I got to certain milestones, how I healed certain aspects of my emotional wounds wounds and whatnot, childhood trauma, all of that. I want to talk about things that I actually did, that I'm talking about throughout these tarot readings that I'm giving you, right? But I'm not telling you my own story and how I overcame it. And so I want to share that stuff with you guys on this channel. I want this channel to feel, I don't know, like a homey vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does feel like a homey vibe, but it don't feel like a homey vibe enough, because I get so distracted by trying to do so many different things. And that's why I'm taking the tarot over to the other channel. But the other thing is, you have to do research now. You have to start researching now. You have to get to the substance of things too. Okay. So do your own research. Let's start there. When it comes to, let's just go back to Chat GPT. Okay. When it comes to you getting automated answers about something or quick results, right? Also make sure that you remember that computers are not foolproof. Okay. Computers have proven to us, since they've been around, that they're not foolproof, and that we always have to check and double check our work, just like we were taught in school. Now, I'm not one to I'm not going to advocate for school, because I hated it, but also I went because I had to. And in the college I thought I had to, because you got to get a job and stuff. But um in school they did tell us this, okay, do your own research. And that is one of the things that was factual, okay, actual and factual. You have to do your own research, because you got to know where your sources are coming from. You can't just, you can't hear me tell you information and be like, yeah, well, Omi said hold on, wait a minute, make sure that you know what you're talking about, because you read it yourself, you researched it yourself, you understand it yourself. When you're consuming stuff, especially from readers or people who pose, my bad, people who pose as spiritual folk, make sure that you're doing your own research, period. Doesn't matter if they got a million followers, and they videos always get so much love and everything. That could look like a facade. Okay, that could be a facade. Okay, so do your own research. And that's not to say that anything is fake or real, okay, because whatever's fake and whatever is real, they know it. But my point is just do your own research. Don't rely on what something looks like from the surface. Okay, don't rely on what is being said from the surface. Okay, don't take things in and just assume like, yeah, this has to be factual because the person saying it seems credible. Everybody else is saying they're credible. Well, how do you know though? Everybody else could be a puppet. We know we live in a world where 9 times out of 10, the average person is a follower. They're not a person who is an individual who's going to tell you, hey, think for yourself and go see for yourself if this is real. So that's all I want to say. Go and do your own research. And then in the aspect of the tarot readers, listen, here's the thing. It's so sickening for me to see the same stuff consistently. Like, this is my world. So of course I'm going to see tarot readers consistently. The tarot readers are my homies. You know what I'm saying? However, there's too much of that now. There's too much of that. Let me go make a tarot deck real quick and write some stuff on a card, and now all of a sudden I'm a reader. No, not everybody was ordained to do this, and I do take this personal. I do take it serious. It's not a joke to me. It's not something that I would exploit, and I don't like seeing other people exploit it. But that's not my battle. You know what I'm saying? I can't control what other people are doing, but the universe is definitely going to make things right, because people are going to start seeking more substance and less of that in the moment right now. To me, what I want to hear. You need real fucking results. You need real solutions so that you can actually put yourself in a position to thrive. Because if you're not paying attention now, they're actually trying to tell us that the world doesn't need humans anymore because it got robots. And then that kind of defeats the purpose of the robots, because it's like, well, what happens when all the humans are gone though? There's no point for a robot, because we talking about real life and artificial intelligence. Those don't go together. So I'm just saying this because I really want to see people become disillusioned. I feel like a lot of people are under a spell themselves, okay, in a trance, whatever you want to call it, because a lot of things just look good or they sound good or they feel good or they're familiar to us, but it's not actually getting us closer to our goals. It's not actually helping us to learn more than what we knew before we started the video 55 minutes ago. It's not expanding our thought. It's not expanding our heart space. It's not doing shit for us. It's just entertaining. And if you look at a lot of readers in the context of their channel and their description or whatever, it says this is for entertainment purposes. And they have to tell you that because a lot of people are giving out information that they don't even know what the hell they talking about. They just saying stuff. A lot of people watch other people like me and then take the information that we are saying, regurgitate it, reusing information. But you just have to make sure that you just raise your standards, Buki. Okay, raise your standards when it comes to the information that you're getting. There is a situation that I feel like we're approaching, and the thing is, I don't want to scare y'all because when I was having this reoccurring dream in teenage years, it was scary for me. I'm like, first of all, why do I keep having this dream? But second of all, what is going on here? But this is where I'm getting at. There are certain things that are going to come to an end real soon. There are certain people that are going to come to an end. And you have to figure out who you are amongst all this noise, okay? You have to figure out what it is that you need amongst all this noise because it can seem cool in the meantime and in between time. But really, I want you to get to a place where you realize that I need something that's going to hold me over for the long run. I need something that's going to actually feed my soul and nourish it on a constant basis from month to month, from cycle to cycle, right? Every new moon to full moon, or full moon to new moon. No, I said it right. So yeah, I do have the cards, and I was gonna pull some shadow energy just to see what we working with right now. But I do know what we working with. We working with this being the difference. We're working with that Aquarius energy, and that's why I said that this is a heavily Aquarius coded video because a lot of this is about Aquarius and how we're breaking the norm because we're not doing what they're doing. We're choosing to go our own path and do it our own way, and also we're choosing to speak truth even in those spaces where it can feel completely scary because everybody else is just going with whatever the fucking the norm is or the narrative that's being fed to people, right? But this is the thing. It takes boldness right now. It's gonna require boldness. We're in a recession, okay? Like I said, we're dealing with robots that's damn near taking over the planet. We got influencers that make people feel like they got to live up to these unrealistic standards. We have people who don't even feel comfortable walking down the street with people because we've gotten to a point where everyone's unpredictable. We don't know what to expect. A lot of people are so uncertain what even to do, how even to move forward because they work at 5 jobs in order to keep their bills paid. And all I want to say is I know I haven't been doing the best job at articulating myself in those moments where I'm really just trying to get through to y'all. And because I used to get frustrated because I'm like, y'all here for the wrong reasons. But I'm trying to go about this a different route because what I care about more than anything is to see humanity evolve, right? All I want is to see humanity get to a space where we're okay again. And I don't even know if we ever was in a spot where we were okay, but in my soul, I feel like there's something more that we could do, and we just got to put the right people in positions of power because the wrong people are in play right now, and all they're doing is feeding their own self-serving desires. And so I just want to get to a space where we're back at thinking about community, thinking about how we can work together and put our talents together, put our brains together, and create co-ops and enterprises that feed multiple people, not just ourselves. Because we're not getting very far by being on this solo dolo mission where it's like, oh, I don't trust nobody. Of course we can't trust nobody. Look at everything that we've been dealing with for these last several years. Of course, we can't trust nobody, but that's exactly why I'm here, because I'm hoping that we can reinstill trust and faith within people. And it starts with people being honest, showing up, being consistent, being honest about how it is that they actually feel, the truth and the transparency behind the spiritual journey, all of this, no gatekeeping and none of that shit. I myself have had on many occasions this feeling where it's just like, I can't do this. I don't want to help these people. I'm just being real, because I would just prefer to go back to being a spirit. And then my my soul is like, you do want that on a selfish level, but on a soul level, you don't want that. Your soul came here to watch humanity evolve, to watch humanity move forward beyond the challenges. And so I'm like, okay, you're right. But let me just take a couple days off then. So that's what I've been doing, just taking time away and trying to think about how I can remove my emotions from the equation before I come up here and start talking to y'all. But also, I feel like I have to keep my emotions intact because I care. I give a shit. So I can't sit up there and act like I don't care, because I do. I feel it. I feel it all deeply. That's the point. That's why I'm here. Because y'all are, not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all are very lost and very stuck. And I'm not. I'm not. I have peace of mind. My heart is not heavy and full of wounds and stuff. It's like, these are things that are amazing accomplishments. So y'all, I had to work at this, and so that's the only reason why I sit here and share these things with you, because I'm like, hey, I changed my whole damn life. I transformed myself from the inside out. So I would love to help other people do that too, especially those who felt like, damn, I'm gonna be like this forever. Those who dealt with depression for the entirety of their life until their adulthood. Those who dealt with low self-esteem and just not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough. Like, I have to be the spokesperson for these things, because at one time these things almost took me up out of here. So I'm hoping that we get to a place where we just realize that all this shit is just a facade, because none of this is gonna come with us anyway. So why are we working so hard and putting so much pressure on performing? It's all about like, oh, just show it so it looks like this, do it so it makes it seem this way. But there's no actual authenticity anymore. And it's all just making me so sick. It's making me so sick. Nobody's original no more. And the ones that are original, they got to work 10 times harder just to be relevant. Fuck them robots. Okay, fuck them robots. We was doing just fine without them. And I need y'all to get to a place where you remember that. And I don't expect Gen Z to remember that, because y'all came into the world at a time where things were already starting to move into more of a digital age. Okay, this is where we had already been. We had already had two-way pagers and all that coming out. So Gen Z came into the world at a time when things were starting to speed up anyway. But like, can we get back to that time where we used to go to Girl Scout camps and do campfires and play in the mud and make mud pies, and had to get home by the time the street lights came on because it was a school night and we had to get our butts in the house? Like, can we just get back to that time where the library was cool and the rec center was cool and being part of the community was cool? That's all I want. And I don't want things to go back to the way that they used to be in that sense. I'm just saying, I would love for things to feel safe again. And I know you would like that too. You don't want to have to walk around clutching your pearls all the time, or clutching your bags all the time, being uncertain if somebody gonna run up on you when you're coming into your house or getting into your vehicle. You don't want to live like that. Nobody wants to live like that. This is no way to live in general. We're at a state of unrest. Humanity is in a fucking upheaval right now. And the only thing that we have right now is each other. That's all we got. So we got to start searching for some substance and for some meaning and for some purpose. Okay? Find the depth in things. Stop taking shit at face value because listen, a lot of this shit is phony. A lot of it is fake. A lot of it is performance. And what we need now more than ever is truth. We do. We need it so badly. We need that raw, honest truth. And that's why I'm here. And that's why several others like me are here. Because it's time, man. We sick of asking. We sick of waiting. We sick of trying to figure out plans. So let me go ahead and end this message out with some last minute advice, okay? And then make sure you check out over on the second channel, and then it will be on Patreon. If you're not following on I think that's what we need right now. Just to take a pause. Step away from the noise and the responsibilities and the pressure of it all. And just come back home to ourselves. I said this in the Cancer season astronumerology forecast that I put on Patreon late, 2 days late. I said this there though. I mentioned that, Cancer season is here. It's not about pushing us, it's about embracing us. It's bringing us in for a warm hug so we can get back to our soul, come back home to self. So now more than ever, what we need is some deep breathing, deep thought, and detachment from this. Because all of this is just distraction anyway. It doesn't help us get closer to ourselves. The only thing that can help us get closer to ourselves is really being with ourselves. Okay, having all these distractions, it just prolongs the inevitable because eventually you're going to have to get close with yourself. And if you don't, you're going to die and be detached from yourself. So you're going to come back here to do it all over again. That's why I had to get it right this lifetime, because I was like, I'm not doing this no more. I can't even tell you how many lifetimes I had. I mean, I could, but like you wouldn't believe me. So take some deep breaths today. It's Monday morning, or it will be whenever you see this if you're not watching it live. And Monday mornings usually feel dreadful to people, right? They're like, it's Monday. But no, let this Monday at least, be a mellow Monday. Let this be a meditative Monday. And instead of feeling rushed and forced, slow down and just be like, you know what? What am I rushing for? Why am I so anxious right now? All of this is a temporary experience for me to develop my soul in the first place. Being human is nothing more than a lesson, a series of lessons. And so, why are we getting so weighed down by this mundane shit when at the end of the day, it's all just temporary? And we know that, truthfully, we know it. We know it. In order to live, you have to die. But you also know that energy never dies. Therefore, you will not necessarily die. You'll just leave your skin suit behind, right? But slow down today. Take some time to just do some deep breathing, okay? I like the 4-7-8 breathing when I'm really overwhelmed and I feel like I need to just get back to my center and get grounded again. I like the 4-7-8 breathing. Deep inhale through the nose, 4 seconds. Hold that breath, 7 seconds. And then release out through the mouth, nice and forcefully, so that you can release all that pent up energy for 8 seconds. Try that. You can repeat that for a total of up to 7 breaths. Okay, don't do it too much. But some of y'all are going to be moving, and I keep seeing this and I keep saying it because it's true. But some of y'all do need to go get your you need to get your car tuned up, checked out. Um, make sure that everything's in tip top shape. I do see something with something could break down. Okay, your vehicle could break down, but also it's very hot. We're dealing with global warming, so there's that. So maybe things are more temperamental with your vehicle at this time because everything is so cooked, literally, right? um so yeah, you need to be mindful of your vehicle situation. Go get your car checked out, make sure everything's good. Okay, if you don't have a reliable mechanic, well, shoot, you better find you one. Okay, find you somebody reliable, or shoot, why don't you just become the reliable mechanic? One of the things that I love about Aquarius is when we can't find something that we're looking for or something that we feel we need, we'll just pioneer it. We'll just create it, right? Or we'll just become that thing. And so it's like, if you need a therapist and you can't find a therapist, we'll become your own therapist. If you need a mechanic and you can't find a reliable mechanic, you better start learning about vehicles or become your own mechanic. Because we do need to take the third party out of a lot of things. A lot of times we're too lazy and we rely on other people for things when we're supposed to be relying on our damn selves anyway, especially when it comes to spiritual guidance. Just saying. Just saying. So yeah, your car, get your vehicle checked out. Ooh, you got the Ace of Pentacles here with the Ten of Wands. Something has been extremely heavy for you. It's been extremely burdensome for you when it comes to financial aspects. I am going to be doing an Aquarius finances, career, money reading a little bit later today, and so you could check that out over there on Trippy. But if you don't check it out there, you can also check it out on Patreon because I put all of the tarot readings on Patreon as well. And yes, you can join for the free tier. Okay, you still have access to all the astro numerology forecasts for the month if you don't join for one of the paid tiers. You manifested a move. You manifested a move out of the country, I'm hearing, or out of the state for some of y'all. Somebody wants to go to Canada. Whoever this is that wants to go to Canada, oh, listen, whoever this is that wants to go to Canada and you've been feeling like, I don't really know if this is the right move for me to make, or I don't really know if this is going to be panning out for me because certain things just seem like it's it feels like there's been a lot of roadblocks for you. Okay. You are being told that something is going to happen where it's unexpected and unbelievable. Okay. So it's like, how did that even happen? They just told me that I couldn't do this. Yeah, but they're going to change your mind, or something is going to turn around for you. Something is going to go in your favor to enable you to take this move. Okay. So that's what I have for you, collective. I hope that this was helpful for you, cosmic cousins. Make sure you like the video if you found it useful, and share this thing too. All right, because this is how we continue to elevate. um Other than that, I will catch y'all in the next one. All right, bye.